Thank you all very much.
Om Namah Gurupadukabhyam. Om Namah.
Thank you. Thank you, Kalyani ji. Emma ji. Okay, you have to unmute yourself, ma.
That Omkarascha atas shabdascha kantam bitva, something you said, no? That shlokam.
Omkarascha shabdascha. Omkarascha shabdascha. Dvavetau. Dvavetau.
Okay. Dvavetau.
Dvavetau. Brahmanah pura. Brahmanah pura. Kantham bhitva. Bhitva viniryatau.
Viniryatau.
Viniryatau. Tasman Mangalika Vubhau. Mangalika Vubhau. Tasman Mangalika Vubhau.
So that is why they are auspicious. They both are auspicious. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Haraprasad ji.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste.
You said for Kaivalyam, it is Kevalatvam Bhavaha. When you say Kevalatvam, what does it mean? Is it simple? Kevala means simple?
Right. Keval means ekam. Only. Keval. Kevalam means only. Only. There's only one. Keval. Keval literally means alone. So in our popular language, when we say Keval, especially in Hindi, oh, all of you did not come? No, I only came. I only came. So I only. So that only is indicated by Keval. So Kevalasya bhavaha, not Kevalatva bhavaha. Kevalasya bhavaha. This nature of one, being one, namely oneness. Kaivalya means what? Oneness. Oneness Upanishad, it's called. Oneness. Means all that is there is only one. Ekameva dvitiyam. It is a derivation of Kaivalya.
Okay. Thank you.
Ramuji.
Today you talked about Shravanam and Nidhyasanam. Regarding that, I have made a post in the Paramarthananda followers today morning with my comments. The importance of it.
Oh, importance of Shravanam, Mananam, and Nidhyasanam. Okay.
He gives a formula 1 + 2 + 4.
Yeah. Nice, very nice. Thank you, Ram.
Some comments in it and put it.
Okay. Nice. Pavitra Ramaswamy.
Namaste, Acharya. I have 3 questions, Acharya. First, in this one, we talk about Rishi Ashvalayanaha. So, does each Upanishad have a Rishi? Can we say he is the one that wrote Kaivalya Upanishad? Is that how we understand?
So, technically here Ashvalayana is the Guru. Rishi is a Rishi, all right. But he becomes a better Rishi after the Upanishad, right? So he can't write the Upanishad because he doesn't know the Upanishad. Only his Guru, Brahmaji, has to tell him the Upanishad. So he's not the author of the Upanishad. No. Now what happens in the Vedas? These mantras, categories of mantras have rishis associated with them. So Atri, Bhrigu, Bharadwaja, etc. All these rishis are there, and they claim their names are associated with these mantras. And what Veda Vyasa does is reorganizes all the mantras in a form which we call Rig Veda, Yajurveda, etc. So really speaking, there are many rishis in every Veda. Many rishis. In fact, before chanting the mantra, they used to chant the rishi's name. Suppose there is a paragraph, the entire big paragraph is there. And they used to chant the rishi's name and then chant the mantra. These days, I'm hearing that some of the rishi's names we have forgotten. Because they used to chant the mantra without chanting rishi's name, so rishi's name forgot. So that's the way it works in our Veda.
Oh, so Kaivalya Upanishad is just Brahma told, and that it just is how we have to understand. Right?
Brahmaji told, but suppose you insist on asking who is the author of Kaivalya Upanishad? Because all the granthas we know is always written by somebody. Even this one, Sadhana Panchakam is there, or Viveka Chudamani is there. It is authored by Shankaracharya. But you know what? Upanishad has no author. Because Veda has no author. Suppose I ask you, who authored algebra?
I don't know, Acharya.
I don't know. Correct? I don't know. Who authored this book? You can say. Algebra book is there. Somebody authored the algebra book. But you ask that person who authored algebra. He will say, I don't know. I don't know. That same thing here also. Because it's talking about facts. Irrefutable facts. It is not authored by. But then mantra could be authored by somebody, you know. Okay, facts are not authored, I can understand. But mantra, somebody has to compose it, no? There also our rishis say, no, we did not author it. The mantras just came to us. We are mantra dashtaraha, we are not mantra kartaraha. We did not author them like that.
Okay, Acharya. And the second question I had was about we said about karma, the karma pala, and this is jnana pala, Upanishads. So, but we should be, that karma pala only helps in understanding of how much knowledge we can absorb. Is there any relation between this karma pala and the jnana pala, depending on how to understand that influence?
Correct. So this is a good question. Question is, because karma cannot give me moksha means you should just give up karma completely. You can't do that. You can't do that because fortunately we can't do that because the only thing we know is karma. We don't have jnana. And therefore we are karmis, really speaking. Okay. And then what is the role of karma? Well, okay, that is why dharma becomes very important. The role of karma is so that I can bring dharma into my life. I can't bring dharma into my life without karma. Without karma, I can't say in my thought I wished you well. Hey, you send at least WhatsApp message, you should say happy birthday. Correct? That is the wish it is. You have to act it out. You have to act out your feelings. And so acting is karma. Giving a gift is karma. And getting up is karma. Everything is karma only. And being with a family is karma. Helping each other is karma. Lot of karma. Only through that karma, my dharma will manifest. I have to practice it out. I have to help others. Only then I can say I help others. Otherwise, the dana mandal is just lip service. So karma gives reality to all my values, dharma. Then what happens? Karma gives that adhikaritvam we talked about. Only karma can make me an adhikari. I have to be a dharmic person. Then I'm still a rational person. And so that drives me towards what is called antakarana shuddhi. Only karma with the right attitude of prasada buddhi and ishwararpana buddhi will give me what is called, will make me an adhikari, will give me antakarana shuddhi. Antakarana shuddhi is karma phalam. Once I'm there, we have a friend here. Once I'm there, then I'm ready for jnanam. Correct? I think we should ask him if he's correct or not.
Namaste, Acharya.
Namaste. Namaste. How are you?
Good.
We don't know you. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Namaste, Mama Nama Sri Krishna.
भवतः नाम श्रीकृष्णः एवं वा वदतु वदतु किं करोति भवान्
Aham katam shrunomi.
Katham Shrunoti. Kasya Katham Shrunoti? Ramasya Katha va?
Na bhavatasya kata.
Mama Katha Shrunoti va? Oh, aham tu.
Kimapi uktavan tat shrunomi.
अहं चिन्तयामि इदानीं कीदृशा कथा इदानीं भवता भवते रोचते इति भवते कीदृशाः कथाः रोचन्ते
Tennali Rama.
तेनाली रामा
Aham that book show karomi va.
कृपया दर्शयतु
And the last question I had was about from our last discussion, Acharya. I don't want, if I can come back later, Acharya. It's about, remember we talked about dogs and how the animals don't have that attachment or any, they behave like that. But in certain situations, animals also show that loyalty and all that, right? How to understand that part? Like they also are attached to humans in some way. Is there any real attachment there? What does that Atma in that form? How to understand that?
right so how do you differentiate animal? Okay, let's finish
Shri Krishna. Darshayatu.
सम्यक् अस्ति तेनाली रामन्
Tennali Raman. Atra
Very good.
video flip asti. Flip.
ओ फ्लिप् अस्ति वा ओ बहु सम्यक् अहम् इदानीं तेन
151 stories of Tennali Rama.
100
Raman. I mean Tennali Raman.
151 stories. My God, you know what? I forgot all the stories. Will you tell me some stories?
The some of them are not real. It was like the king. I mean, Tenali Rama went to chop trees. It was not even one single penny. And how is he going to chop trees? He's a person who should live on the king's court.
Oh, King's Court. He must be in the court.
Today, what story? You tell that story quickly.
Today there was a story like there was someone who didn't like Tenali Rama, so he tried to set up a trap for him.
Trap,
And then-
trap. Okay.
And then he told the heaven
Heaven?
from the heaven
King's their father
their father
came in my dream.
came in my dream.
Came in dream. Father came in dream. Oh.
Father came in dream and then told I forgot it was something and then tell Tanna Rama to get it and then return me like that.
Good reminder of all our Tenali Rama stories and all.
Actually, about that dog's Atma, what that loyalty.
All right. So that Antakarana Shuddhi we were talking about, right? And that is what you get from karma. Very important result. Karma. That's why ashramas are very important. Brahmachari ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, children are there, family is there. So it makes us see the big picture because now we have to see the big picture. And marriage is important. Vivaha is important. So then I am now responsible for more than one person. Previously it was I, me, myself. Then now 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the whole extended family. Then society. Then it's all see how it is going. Then whole society is there. Then as I grow up, then I'm responsible for more and more things until I can begin to see this vision. Drishti is so important. So karma has a very big role. Until I begin to see that karma's role is limited and I have to walk out of karma. I'll still be doing karma, of course, no doubt about that. Karma can never be given up. Nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtatya karma. Krishna will say in the Bhagavad Gita. So nobody can give up karma. We are not talking about giving up karma. We are talking about understanding the limitations of karma. Yeah. Good. Nice to meet you, son.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ.
Premaji.
Guruji, my question is with Shravanam, Mananam, and Nididhyasanam, and through the clarification of the Guru, we get rid of the hangover. When you say, what is the hangover? Is it whatever we have collected in the past and our wrong understanding? Is that what you mean? The hangover, unless you go back and revisit, the trace of the misunderstanding or improper understanding stays with you until it is totally cleared? Is that
Correct.
what you meant?
Correct.
Huh?
Correct. The improper understanding continues to stay with us. Okay. It's like this. It's like the people who visit India from America, let's say. Okay. And they come and then they hire a taxi. And then the taxi is waiting for them. So they have to go to approach the taxi and enter the taxi. And you know which direction they go? They go to the right side. They go to the right side because passenger seat in the America is right side. But right side you go and suddenly driver is sitting there. In India, driver will be sitting on the right side. And so that's called what? It's not that he doesn't know. Everybody knows. Then he comes and, oh, I'm sorry. Then he comes in. The next day again he hired a taxi. Again he goes to the right side. Then he's, oh, I'm sorry. I go to the. This is called hangover. Not that he doesn't know. He knows it all right. But then that hangover seems to drive my behavior for some time. Until I correct myself. I have to correct myself. I have to sit in the car and do a meditation. What should I do? In India, the passenger car seat is on the left side of the driver, not on the right side. In the US, I used to be on the driver's seat. These other people used to sit on my right side. Like that, dhyanam. This is called nididhyasana. This is called nididhyasana.
Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah, Ram Narayan.
Thank you, Guruji. I had a question regarding the three gunas of karma phalam you had talked about, which was the dukham, atripti, and the bandham. And if this is going to be coming later in the chapters, I can wait. But I thought I'll just ask the question. How is it something like when we talk about karma? And we talk about phalam of karma, which is good or bad. What is the arbiter of good or bad? What makes something good or bad? Is the good or bad because that particular item itself is good or bad, or is somebody like a Prajapati or creator that's saying it's good or bad? Where is the definition of good or bad coming from?
Right. So this idea of good and bad is interpreted. It's not absolute. There is no such thing called absolute good, absolute bad. So first we should get that cleared up. There is no such thing called absolute good or absolute bad. Okay. So if you say, okay, I just spoke to somebody on the phone. So is the phone good or bad? If you say, it's not absolute good, absolute bad. Do you know why? Because in some people's hands, it's not good. The parents, very alert parents, will not even show that there is such a thing called phone to children. Why? They think it's a bad influence for the child. They think. Okay. So according to them, this is bad. For that person, it is bad. For me, it is good. For me also, it is not good after a certain point. That also they know. It's time to keep the phone down. I've been on the phone already. It's just morning and we've been on the phone for 2 hours means what? Not good for me. Okay. So even for that person, good has its limitations. For that person, it's not good at all. So constantly interpreted, Ramji. It's constantly interpreted. So there is no such thing called absolute right, absolute wrong. Does not exist. Okay. This we have to know. For example, I'll give you another example. Suppose This one, hurting is not good. You should not hurt others. Why? Because you also don't want to get hurt. Therefore, it must be obvious that others also do not want to get hurt by me. Okay. Now, now, now you go to the hospital and then you're not well. And then she does some things and then she says, we need to take your blood sugar. She's pricking your finger. Does it hurt or not? It hurts. Then she gives you an injection. Injection. She says, no, you need this thing. Okay. And then she gives that thing. And then you extend your arm. And then she's slowly putting it inside, looking for a vein, looking for a vein. That's a very slow process. You thought you want to get it done fast, but it doesn't get over. That is the time, and every second is like an hour, correct? Every second is like an hour. And then she does like this, and then she slowly puts it in, and then slowly presses it. And now tell me, don't hurt others is a rule. It's a rule. It's a cardinal rule. Himsam na kuryat. But this lady is hurting you. She's violating that rule, or she's not violating the rule. If I ask, what will we say? We have to say, yes, the general rule is himsam na kuryat. That's the guideline. That guides my life. Now we start interpreting it based on the context. Context is what determines whether a particular action is right or wrong, appropriate or inappropriate. That's it.
Makes sense. So it's moral relativism, not absolutism. And so my Sanchita karma is basically based on what I have essentially picked up from my past lives, but based on context and intent. Is that a fair way to say that?
Your Sanchita karma is based on, it's personal to you, correct?
Yeah.
What was the other last thing you said?
No, it's based on context for me and intent of what I did. So those two things basically drive the attribute of my Sanchita karma. Because if I'm basically fructifying my Sanchita karma in this life, then it is based on what intent and context I did in my previous lives is what it is. I'm trying to understand if that's what.
Absolutely.
Am I getting that right?
No, absolutely. Therefore, intent is a very big part of what I'm going to get. We often say karma, karma pala, but karma includes intent in it.
Yeah.
Includes intent in it. And therefore, people may not know my intentions. I give another example sometimes. This example is this. There is a video where you see a person, an adult, pushing a child. Pushing a child. And the child falls and she injures herself. Now, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable at all. She's a 6-year-old girl and you are a 50-year-old man. There is no chance she can hurt you. So what is going on? Then you zoom out. You zoom out a little. Zoom out a little, what happens? Context becomes clearer and clearer. There is a bus is approaching right there. Bus is approaching. This girl is coming towards the bus and not knowing what's going to happen. And this guy, what he did, he came running and pushed her also. And then he also fell down, she also fell down. Same video, same act. But now if you see the context, your whole conclusion changes. Intention. I hurt her, but it is not my intention to hurt her. My intention is to protect her from dying. That is what happened. Therefore, this is a great act. Previously, I thought it was an ignoble act. Now it has become a noble act. Correct?
Noble act. Makes sense. Thank you so much.
So all the Sanchita karma and all we got. So the karma phala data knows all these things. I don't have to convince anybody that my karma, I had good intention, therefore you can't penalize me. No, I don't have to say all that. It's all happening. It's all happening. That is Ishvara. That happening part is Ishvara. One.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nagaraju. Yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Sorry. Is it okay now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hari Om to Guruji. Subhodayam. I just wanted to give a small introduction to the group here because I joined newly here, and I also
Okay, we can't hear you now.
I think he lost his connection, Guruji.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's good. So we will continue the discussion in the next class. So this is how the satsang period goes. It's meant for us to ask and get our doubts clarified.
had an opportunity to go through your recording last week's class. It was like for
Okay.
Hariom Guruji, this is my first class. Narayan ji introduced me to the class and I just registered.
Okay.
It is great and I would like to continue and learn from you.
So you are
Yes.
in Bangalore, ma?
Yes.
Very good. What are you doing?
So I was a dentist by profession. After practicing for 10 years, somewhere it disturbed me that, environment is getting polluted. People are ruthlessly harming the environment and unable to see that landfills and waste, garbage, everyone is like producing waste and just throwing that, someone's responsibility to handle that. Seeing all that, somewhere I started my journey of learning about what is the destination, what is the solution and everything. Now I'm trying to give awareness to people and relate people to what actually is divinity. Abusing the Panchabhutas is not divinity. You need to understand your responsibility towards that, and trying to give awareness across for all age groups, from children to adults, trying to compost as much as possible the wet waste and give back to the soil, feeding the soil. So many microorganisms are in the soil and they're thriving with what we feed. Instead of pesticides and fertilizers, they're also beings that they do need food, and it's our responsibility to take care of all those beings, whether visible to the naked eye or not. Soil is what it needs, carbon, it needs the manure, all that. Instead of giving that, we are trying to spoil the soil, and how is this going to continue? The next generation is going to suffer. Cows being fed on the plastic and they are suffering. Then the whole the cycle of understanding the divinity in everything what you see in nature is something which people are not trying to understand. That's my whole way. I'm trying ways to make people understand how to connect to the reality.
Good challenge to take on. Important challenge. Important. Yeah. Nice.
Guruji, she didn't mention that she is the head of the woman army who is responsible for plastic eradication in HSR. You come to our area in Bangalore, you will not find one single shop who serves plastic, who uses plastic. She and her team is fully responsible for that.
Okay. HSR layout. I see. Okay. Fantastic. So we need people like you to do this and learn from you. People should learn from you. Other communities should learn. Sometimes I feel the younger generation is more awareful. The older generation is just still in their old ways and they don't understand all this. And the young boys and girls, they come and say, "Amma, you can't use plastic." Plastic?
So one generation completely skipped about connecting, what is bad to the environment and everything. That generation, actually, we are that generation, completely missed on what is right, what is wrong. Just on the comfort and affordability, we are just managing everything with these two words of comfort and affordability. I can afford, I will buy clothes. Whether I need or I want, I'm not realizing. I can afford, I want to buy. Just go for window shopping, buy. I mean, where is all that going? Where is that connection? Nobody is thinking. But my worry is the next generation who is ready to learn. But if we are not having the correct knowledge about what is right, what is wrong, what will we teach them?
Very good.
So trying to go to schools, trying to go to put that seed in as many young children as possible, the connect between. So that's where I found, okay, at least this connecting with the divinity, okay, connecting with spirituality, at least then they will understand. If it is as a rule, they may not understand, but it is your responsibility. Can I connect this to that? Is my search. In that search, I found, oh my God, I only myself don't know so much about spirituality, so much about Atma, so much Gnanam. I mean, that karma, I just jumped into that karma, felt that it is a calling. And I mean, I didn't feel it painful to give away my learned profession or career, but no regrets. I'm enjoying this karma every day. As it comes, I'm just taking the challenges, trying to, but somewhere I found this is something which I also need to learn. And I don't know, I'm still not able to figure out the connection, why I'm pulled into this so much, that interest to learn. And I'm still not clear on why it is pulled, why am I pulled, but somewhere I'm trying to connect both.
Good. Welcome, Shantiji. All the best to your efforts, prayers.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Good. So Nagaraju ji, if you're still there, connected, we lost you a couple of times. And
Yes, sorry about that. I hope you can hear me.
yes.
Yeah, I'm actually doing my morning walk and then, doing the Shravanam along with you. So I am from Bangalore. Just wanted to give a small introduction to the team. I was introduced by Narayanji for this group, where, we had some couple of yatras together, and happy for Narayanji to introduce me to this group. And I have been in the space of Vedanta for almost now 10 years. I am also a student of Harsha Vidya indirectly, and apparently I have a library of recordings available with me, which I used to listen to every day. And I have had a very challenging journey to understand Vedanta. And I have been reading Bhagavad Gita now for the third time. And Upanishads, yes, some of the major Upanishads I have covered. And currently, I found interest in understanding the meaning of Lalita Sahasranamam, and I'm understanding that now. So Kaivalya Upanishad was not in my list. I couldn't get access to it. And thanks to you for giving us the knowledge on Kaivalya. This is about me.
Thank you, Nagaraju ji. Happy walking.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody else, if you want to introduce yourself, you're welcome. Not, we will pause for the day. Chat box. Sri Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
ధన్యవాదాలు.